As a younger cybersecurity professional, I often come across people entering the field making a lot of mistakes. And I try to put myself in their shoes. What are the 3 biggest mistakes that I made while I was pursuing my cybersecurity master's degree that I can help you avoid and save time to fast track your cybersecurity career? My name is Professor Tony Evans, and welcome to the Cybersecurity Accelerator Podcast. The biggest mistake that I made was not seeking any mentorship or networking with alumni, my teachers, or any industry professionals while I was at Kennesaw. And we actually have a great cybersecurity program. With that, you would think, let me look to see what alumni has attended. Let me see what resources that I can look into at our career services department that are probably in the industry, where I can maybe network with them to see if there's any opportunities. I didn't do that. Remember only attending a hackathon event, and that was in person, and they had a few employers and like-minded people like myself that's trying to get into the industry. And I had a workshop where we did forensics work. Besides that, I should have done other activities as well. I should have maybe went on Eventbrite and saw if there was any local cybersecurity events or IT events that I could attend in the area and start to network with professionals like myself trying to enter the industry and see what companies are out there hiring in the area and see what they're looking for. What are the requirements? What is a day in the life of someone at that company? What does this role entail? Can I connect with them to see if I can build a relationship with someone internal? So by the time I graduate, I already have that reference. Building up my network of people that's in cybersecurity, that would have gone a long ways. Having a mentor while still in college is huge. They've already been in the industry for X amount of years, and they can share with you their struggles. They can share with you current real-time steps to get into the field and not just generic advice. Today is a full circle moment for me. We got accepted to be a mentor through KSU Cybersecurity Mentorship Program for the upcoming year. And essentially, I am being assigned a student, and each month I am meeting with them once a month to provide mentorship and direction on how to get into cybersecurity. And I want to make sure that I connect with the student to assess where they are. And I just want the student to have built a relationship with me, can say that I made a huge impact in their journey within cybersecurity, and that they look forward to their future because of the mentorship that I am providing. With that, I would say definitely look to see if you can get a mentor. If not at your school, you might be working at a company that has an IT department. One of the biggest decisions that I made while I was still trying to navigate cybersecurity was network within my current company. And from there, I was able to connect with the information security manager, their team, see what they do on a day-to-day basis, and get some type of experience that can help me in the long run. Because I went to Kennesaw State fully online right after the pandemic, and I didn't really get a chance to network with the professionals like I should have. I didn't even go to any events that we had on campus because we didn't have too many. The only thing that I remember going to was a hackathon. We didn't really have those opportunities to connect with cybersecurity industry professionals. That's what I would recommend to anybody that's currently in school, enrolled in a program. Try to reach out to any alumni that might be associated with the school. Reach out to them and let them know that, hey, you're looking to do X, Y, and Z in cybersecurity. You would like to get some direction and just mentorship on how to navigate the field. And you start to build a relationship with that person, and you just never know where that might take you. They might have an opening at their job. They might know someone at another company. They might even invite you to some networking events that you can attend. And so that leads me into networking. You want to make sure you attend networking events. Eventbrite is a good site to go on. Start to go to some of these events to see what companies are offering X, Y, and Z job roles. What do you need to do to be qualified to even work for the company? What do you need to do yourself to make sure that your experience matches up with what they're looking for? And it's all about building relationships. You start to build relationships with people who work at some of these IT or cyber companies. Again, they might have openings and they might know someone that needs you and your expertise. Again, besides that, you can connect with industry professionals just like yourself looking to get into cybersecurity. They might be having the same questions. They might be going through the same struggles. You all might be studying for the same certification. You all might be taking the same classes, or you might find something in common even outside of cyber. Now that's a friend. That's someone you can call upon and just reach out to for advice while they're navigating. For me, I would say the number one thing is networking and finding a mentor. The number 2 thing I would say is having a plan. After I got admitted to my classes, the next thing that I should have done was, as I'm going through the program, see which specific domain of cybersecurity that is catching my interest. And I knew it at the time. I did a class called Information Security Management. I wrote a policy. I did a group project where we did a risk management. We did a risk register. That was stuff that excited me. And at the time, I didn't know that information security was a specific domain within cybersecurity that I could just really specialize in and learn some of the tools and learn some of the frameworks and just really have a standout resume before I even graduated. When I say have a plan, if I had to do everything all over, as I'm going through my program, if I were you, I would see what is interesting me. And so for an example of myself, information security is what's standing out. So that is the domain. That's one of the 15 domains that are available within cybersecurity. Next, I need to explore which job roles are in that specific domain. So for instance, you might have information security analyst, GRC analyst. I need to start to go through the list and see what is catching my attention. Now, from here, I need to start to go on the job boards and research those job positions. I need to look at the job duties, the responsibilities. Is this something that I really want to do day in and day out? Is working remote important to me? Where do I want to be location-wise? What are the qualifications that they're asking for? You need this certification. You need to know this tool. You need to know this regulation. What are they doing on a day-to-day basis? How do I match up with that right now? While you're still in school or learning cybersecurity, you need to start to build up your resume with what those job roles and responsibilities are asking for. That way, by the time you graduate, you already one step ahead of the curve. That is what I mean by having a game plan. Again, you want to make sure that you look at a specific domain, pick a specific job role that you feel like you would love to do over the next 5 to 10 years. Then you need to start to see how can you get adept with the tools and technologies that they use on a day-to-day. Do you have the soft skills that these companies are asking for? That's what you need to try to do while you're getting educated. That leads me into my next big no-no is not having any certifications or thinking that they're optional. I remember when I was pursuing what college I was going to go to, I was either going to go to Western Governors or Kennesaw State. I really wanted to go to Western Governors University, but they asked me to take the CompTIA Security Plus, and I didn't know what that was at the time. And I'm like, oh, I don't need to study for it right now. I can just go to Kennesaw because they're not asking for it up front. I should have just studied for the certification because I would have had the certification before I even finished Western Governors University. And as we know, CompTIA Security Plus is one of the top entry-level certifications that you can have when entering the field. So I would have knocked that out up front, and I could have studied for a big-time certification like the CISM. I would have had 2 great certifications before I even graduated school had I not thought that getting certifications was optional. Again, you want to take a look at the certifications that are specific to your job domain, and you want to get those. You don't want to just get the Network Plus because your friend that's also in cybersecurity is telling you that's what he's pursuing and you need to get it to enter the field. And those are the 3 mistakes that I made trying to enter cybersecurity. I'm curious to know, what are your biggest mistakes and struggles when entering cybersecurity? Please comment in the video, and I would love to interact with you all to see what kind of struggles and mistakes you feel like you're making, and I can try to help you avoid those. If you're someone that wants to sit down on the one-on-one setting and get clarification on how to correctly enter the industry, please review the information in our bio. I have a consultation coaching session. We take a deeper dive into those 15 domains that I was just mentioning earlier. We take a look at those job roles that are in those specific domains. We tell you how to get educated, and we have a list of entry-level certifications that you can pursue that's specific to your job domain. Then we're going to take a look at your social profile, and we're going to make sure that we build up your portfolio based on the projects that you have done up to this point and have some recommendations on which projects that you can do in the future. Again, thank you for watching the video. Please reach out if you have any questions, and you all have a good one.